And we are here in beautiful Key West, Florida, aboard this beautiful blowboat, the Juliet, to go dive one of the premier wrecks in the nation.
One of our favorite cities, one of our favorite wrecks. We're doing it on this beautiful platform. I feel like I'm king of the world.
We're going to get together with our friend Joe Weatherby, the man who sank the Vandenberg. He's going to show us what to see on the Vandenberg and how to dive her.
So it's a General Vandenberg, this time on Scuba Nation.
So today on Scuba Nation, it's all about diving the Vandenberg 101. Key West is now home to the Vandenberg. It is a premier dive site. And of course, we have our friend Joe Big Fluffy Weatherby to join us, give us a personal guide in and around the Vandenberg.
Vandenberg is designed by divers for divers. There are literally hundreds of dives you can do on the Vandenberg, and they're all really cool.
We started going out on the grading line down to the descent line. So it's time to dive the Vandenberg.
It's like Disney World for divers, and this wreck is massive, and we lucked out. Mitch and me lucked out big time. We had 150 feet of visibility on the wreck today. You know, you go out there and you think you're gonna have a good dive or a fun dive or a great dive. It was none of that. This dive was magical.
On the first dive today, we descended down, hand over hand down the line to the top of the mainmast, amidship. And then we swam around the small dish, through the lifeboat davits on the starboard side, down through the house, and down into the number 2 cargo hold.
But we noticed just how blue and beautiful the water was.
And we had about 150 feet of visibility. It was just spectacular.
And on the Vandenberg, with my buddies, with incredible visibility, getting the tour, learning how to dive her, taking the routes that we planned, pre-planned. It was just a great day out on the Vandenberg.
The current actually got even better as we started heading down. Get on that leeward side of the ship, and that'll cut the current right in half.
If you do get current on the Vandenberg, there's an easy way to avoid it and not have to struggle or end your dive early. You get into the lee or the shadow of all the superstructure on the ship, and there's tons of it. It's like diving 2 football fields and 2 city blocks in a helicopter. Pull yourself along, there'll be current. Get behind part of the structure, and the current just stops. Just like you're walking in a city in a windstorm. Get behind the building, the current stops. And then you can dive, swim around easily.
So we were dropping about 20 feet down through the number 2 cargo hold.
Into the number 2 cargo hold, which is awesome, and it's a great big space, and there's no overheads. As you descend on the decks, you can look and see holes cut in the side. So we popped out the side of the ship. Swam around to the bow, which is just spectacular.
Then we started swimming around to the bow of the ship, and with a boat as big as the Vandenberg. I mean, this thing is like the size of a cruise ship.
And the magic for me, I had to get the shot of the bow. So I swam out in front of the ship, a good 30 yards, and I swam back towards the bow. And because the visibility was off the charts today, I just had the full frame view of the Vandenberg, the big V. Coming to the bow, I swear to God, I started crying in my full face mask. I had tears of joy streaming down my face. I had a moment. I had a moment where I was feeling it.
Now, a couple of cool techniques that you can use to help you dive the Vandenberg and dive it really easily is to pull and glide. You pull along, wear good gloves, and pull along on the Vandenberg, and then pull yourself along the wreck on the railings or the side of the ship. Don't kick your feet. The large muscles in your butt and your thighs, so if you pull along and go really slowly, you don't have to fight with any kind of current. And these are the big techniques for having a good time diving the Vandenberg.
So we came up over the bow, and the full King's Post came into view. The American flag is flying in the current. It's just an amazing visual, and it's a must-see.
So the catwalk is on this king post, and there's this huge American flag hanging underneath it. I started getting like these chills, man, because you're on the Vandenberg. This girl has seen action back during the Cold War. This ship has been in movies, and now she's hanging this huge, beautiful American flag underwater. Awesome sunlight penetrating through the water, and she looked pretty.
Saluted the giant American flag that floats in the breeze there.
And of course, I got out to the catwalk, and you know, I had a flashback of Titanic, and I went, "I'm king of the world, Leonardo DiCappuccino, eat your heart out, bro."
Right through the windows of the wheelhouse into the bridge. And through the bridge wings and back to the line. And that was plenty of diving for about a 25-30 minute run time.
Coming up next, an art gallery with a twist. It's underwater.
Oh man, what a great dive. You know where we're headed.
The Rum Barrel offers the tastiest of Key West cuisine and ice-cold beer and spirits to wet any whistle. Divers, show your certification card and get 10% off any order. Dive, decompress, Rum Barrel, Key West. Dive the Atocha with Mel Fisher's expedition in Key West. Be a treasure hunter and dive the active wreck site of the richest Spanish galleon ever discovered. Mel Fisher and his crew discovered the Mother Lode in 1985. Today, the search continues for the remaining hundreds of millions of dollars in cargo. The Fisher family now invites you to learn proper salvage techniques from the world's greatest treasure hunters. Join us for the adventure of a lifetime. Today's the day.
Born in Maine, created by Alan Pugsley, world-class craft brewer. Sea Dog, now sailing in Florida. And available in cans. Sea Dog is award-winning. A perfect fit for our Florida lifestyle. Visit our brew houses in Clearwater and Orlando.
This edition of Scuba Nation is brought to you by Reef Save, biodegrades in oceans, non-toxic to sea life. Scuba Works, quality runs deep. And Spare Air, there when you need it. When Scuba Nation stays in Key West, we stay at the Banyan Resort. We invite you to a
experience the world full of lush, fragrant gardens on a Caribbean estate tucked away in the heart of Old Town Key West. The Vandy Resort is an ideal location for the weekend getaway or a long-term stay where we offer the perfect blend of history and modern convenience.
It's time to walk down memory lane with Scuba Nation.
Scuba Nation on site at the Vandenberg.
Guten Morgen, Herr General. Wie geht es Ihnen? Alles klar. Achtung!
She's going down in 2 days.
The year was 2009, and believe it or not, the sinking of the Vandenberg was Scuba Nation's first gig. Did we receive financial compensation? No, but we learned volumes, and the experience launched our TV careers. We apologize.
That bridge is going to be a fun place to dive up there. Hey Mitch, we keeping you up? Sinking of the Vandenberg.
The crowd gathers for the big event. Boom boom goes the dynamite. Key West has one of the biggest and baddest wrecks in all the world. And the boys were there front and center. Thank you for sharing another stroll down memory lane with Scuba Nation.
Dude. Is it go diving, dude? Is it time to go diving? We're here on Juliet, diving the Vandenberg, one of our favorite wrecks here in Key West. But there's a little twist to this dive today. There's an art exhibit on the Vandenberg. How about that? It's a flying day to go diving!
Oh yeah. Back on Juliet, Joe shows us that the Big V can be more than just another pretty wreck. The Vandy has been the venue of a variety of underwater events. This time it's an art exhibit, Life Below the Surface by Andreas Frank. Andreas is a German photographer and a diver. He had a vision of marrying his two passions. He takes his stills from underwater back to his studio where he fuses the topside photography for a very convincing composition that are eccentric as they are intriguing.
Cruising on the dirty underwear on the Vandenberg.
Vandy likes to submerge his work and let Mother Ocean put the final touches on it. The pieces hang underwater for months as Mother Ocean transforms his artwork into these rare beauties. The pieces are hung magnetically so they will not disturb the wreck. Andreas Frank brings a strange, forgotten underwater world back to life and stages realms of an unprecedented kind.
Coming up next, Classroom 101. Stay tuned. Bugfest by the Sea. This July 21st to the 27th at Lauderdale by the Sea. The Great Florida Bug Hunt Contest. 1,000 in cash prizes for the biggest bugs. Beachfront lobster cookout, live calypso music and beer. Bug hunting classes and tips. Mini season kickoff party. Bug Fest by the Sea.
Hey, honey. I'm on LeisurePro.com shopping for a new dive computer. I'm actually blogging with another diver that has the same one. Let me call you right back.
Have a question about a product? At LeisurePro.com, you can ask questions with other Leisure Pro customers about the products you want before you buy.
Sure.
Whoa!
When Billy C and Mitch finish our dives on Saturdays, we head on over to Tobacco Road
For all-you-can-eat dig-in and pig-out barbecue.
Tobacco Road, Miami's oldest watering hole, is serving up
All you can eat barbecue.
every Saturday starting at noon. Divers, sea cards means no cover on Saturdays.
All-you-can-eat barbecue every Saturday right here at Tobacco Road. One nation, eating barbecue!
Our coral reefs have suffered a 90% loss over the last 20 years. Ocean temperature change combined with pollution has taken a serious toll. Ken Niedermeyer, a CNN hero and founder of the Coral Restoration Foundation, is changing that. Since 2004, the Coral Restoration Foundation has grown and planted thousands of new corals. His pioneering and proven methods are used both here and abroad, but Ken needs your help.
Visit coralrestoration.org. Donate now and make a world of difference for our oceans.
Hey, it's Mitch with Scuba Nation. If you're a parent of a child with autism like me, I want to tell you about a great organization called CARD.
CARD stands for the Center for Autism and Related Disabilities. Located throughout the state of Florida, CARD serves both children and adults who have autism or other disabling conditions and their families. Services are free of charge and include family support, consultation, and educational activities like the surf camp on Miami Beach.
For more information, you call them at 1-800-9-AUTISM or visit their website at umcard.org.
This edition of Scuba Nation is brought to you by Leisure Pro, the Divers Emporium. Ocean Mining Footwear. Live, protect, respect. Maris, the official equipment provider for Scuba Nation.
Hey Scuba Nation, Billy C here. When we are in the fabulous Florida Keys, we head to Captain's Corner Dive Center in Key West. Founded in 1985, it is the longest running dive and snorkel center in Key West. The crew and boat, the Sea Eagle, are tops when it comes to diving the Vandenberg. Captain's Corner is a Patty Gold 5-star facility. So when you are in Key West for your next dive vacation, Captain's Corner gets our seal of approval.
Welcome back. We're heading down for our second dive with our friend Joe Weatherby as he gives us a classroom 101 on how to dive the Vandenberg.
The wreck is optimized for good computers and mixed gas, nitrox. That's the way to dive it safely, and you get more bottom time that way.
But there's a hole in the middle of the radar dish, and we swam through it. We had some fun in and around there.
And when you penetrate it, you start swimming down a little bit, you start penetrating the wreck.
Dive number 2 is fantastic. We swam down through the big dish. We swam into the door in the balloon hangar, swam past the basketball court, swam over the hatch, out the back and over the transom. After we came out of the balloon hangar, we descended through the transom and the steering gear for the rudder, and then down between the rudder and the ship and up to the smokestacks and drifted back to the line. It was perfect. It was a picture-perfect dive.
You know what? One of the best pleasures was diving this with Joe Weatherby. Because Joe sunk the thing, all right? Joe Big Fluffy Weatherby, not only is he a friend of the program, he's like our brother. I mean, we love the guy.
Then Joe took me to this huge chamber inside the ship. He was telling me that it used to be called the balloon room, but he was also telling me it's not there anymore, but there used to be a basketball net up there.
Room that had basketball courts, Mitch was taking jump shots. I mean, that's just good stuff.
I was practicing my threes underwater, not doing so well.
It's a lot of penetration, where it is safe and there's light and do it. You know, if you see light at the end of the tunnel, go through it, enjoy it, have fun on the dive. That's what it's all about. Looking at the rudder, and the rudder is huge. I can't even imagine what the propeller looked like, but the rudder was a monster.
And then you see these huge rudders, dude. I mean, they're massive.
Well, everything's massive on this ship. It's like over 550 feet long.
These holes are spread throughout both sides of the ship. Do I take the $100 or what's behind hole number 12? The stern of the ship was loaded with some curious kudas.
That was my favorite and best dive on the Vandenberg I've ever had.
There's a lot of penetration, a lot of fun. Come on. Get down here to Key West, fabulous Florida Keys. Dive the Vandenberg. Visibility through the roof. Friends diving, Vandenberg. Come on. Do it. What are you waiting for?
Kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya.
Bring a picture of the ship. You know, the wheelhouse. Excuse me, I burped. Hi, Rusty. Hello. Saw the movie, I bought a hamburger. I snuggled with my pillow. I had a good cry. It's like a good rain.
Shut up! Up next, we're going to talk to Joe Weatherby. He was the man with the plan for sinking the Vandenberg. Coming up next. 3.
Taking that left turn. I think we're lost.
Oh yeah, it would help if it was right.
I don't know.
Just go get the tattoo and I put it I put an animal.
Do I need to put this on right angle?
Talk to Captain John. They own.
I don't know. It's just something to put on pasta.
Yep.